Hi everybody, and welcome back to our simple browser MMO tutorial. This is video 11, believe it or not. I believe where we left off the last time, we were just about to talk about this box here, the bottom of the character panel here. Okay, as you can see, click here and different little things come up. That's character information, inventory, equipment, buffs and debuffs, hotkeys, and currency. Let's go back to character. And how this works is, you should probably be somewhat familiar with this already, is our swap function right here in our play.php. Now I have no function swap character box. Okay, you should be somewhat familiar with it as we did this in our character create. So it's basically the same function, just the names have changed. Okay, we're addressing the char box bottom ID, which is right here. So this div here is a div we're changing it on. Okay, the PHP page we're calling is message box .php, and in effect that div again. So let's open up message box.php and have a look. File open. Okay, if you look inside the message box PHP, basically we're setting up the links here. Okay, and you see here I have sorry, we're not going to look at messages. That's for messaging system. Instead, we're going to look at character box bottom.php. Here we go. And here's all the links. You can see in the links I have a PHP if statement. Say if it's a character that was selected, bold it. That's why that character is in bold there. Okay, so basically, if you look over here in our play, the variable is called char box variable. The variable that's passing a PHP is char box variable. It's going to get the char box variable. If there isn't a char box variable, it's going to assign it to character automatically. That's why, without anything happening, you just hit refresh. Hotkey, just refresh. It's going to automatically default back to the character. Okay? So if the char box variable isn't set, it automatically sets it as character. Okay. And depending on, okay, this is going to send value of char. If he clicks on the character, value of inventory. If he clicks on inventory, same thing. And here it's checking to see what the value that the JavaScript had posted. If it's character, it's going to include the character short.php file. Hotkey is going to include the hotkey file, bus file, currency file, so you should be fairly familiar with that. Character short view, basically we're going to take the information out of the characters table, his name, age, race, class, character attributes table, to get these attributes here, strength, dex, con, intelligence, wisdom, and the attribute names to populate that. Just we got here with the attribute names. Okay. And I'm just going to echo them all out. Pretty straightforward. Now let's move to inventory. Oh no, let's go to currency. So we're going to go to currency, close this out. Yeah, let's take a look at our currency view. Okay, so we're on currency short view right here. We do our check if there's an active session. If there is, if there isn't an active session, sorry, start an active session. Get the character ID because we need the character ID. Okay, and it is on a separate page, so sometimes you won't have that because it's not set as a global variable. Anyway, so created a table with the class short view, and in my CSS I've set a couple properties for the short view, just the text size, so that's why it's so much smaller. Okay, and then we're going to hit the database in the currency tables, and at the same time the character currency tables. This might be a new type of select statement for you. I'll see if I can explain it. What it is we're selecting all the fields from the currency table, and we're joining an inner join. Inner joins, now there's several different types of join, but we're doing an inner join. The tables from the character currency on the currency where currency ID is equal to character currency cur ID, where the character currency table character ID is equal to the character ID. Basically, that's a little hard to explain it. Basically, I'm taking the information from two tables and selecting them both at the same time, rather than selecting all the information from the currency table, getting that and using that information to select all the information from the character currency table. I'm just selecting both tables at the same time with an inner join. Okay, so I'll see if I can explain it to you. Let's see. I'm going to call it the currency table here. You may notice that my PHPmyAdmin looks slightly different. That's because one of my other, I hate that stupid login thing it does now. One of my other projects crashed PHPmyAdmin, so I have to go back and reinstall it, so I installed a newer version. Okay, where's my currency? There it is. Okay, so look at currency, ID, name, amount, and small pic. So from the currency table, I needed the name, the short ID, and the pic. Okay, small pic. So that's what I took from the short from the other table, and I also calling the currency character table to get the currency table has the general information on all the different currencies. You see right here. I'm going to talk more about the how our currency system works later on. And the character currency table holds the currency information particular to that character, like how much each particular currency has. So let's go take a look at the character currency table here. Currency, here we go. And see, the table basically just has the currency ID and the amount. All the other information has to come from the currency table. Okay, so that's basically what I did there. I put them both at the same time. So where the character ID in the currency table is equal to the character ID. Okay, and that populates this table here. Let's talk a little bit more about currency. Our currency system. Or to do that, let's open up a few files here. Go to modules, game, currency, and you see in there we have 3 different tables, 3 different PHP files, and that's for 3 different currency systems. You just select which one in your world builder, and that'll tell you which way your game's going to handle currency. I think I'm going to stop building 2 or 3 systems at a time, just one, because it triples with my time to do it. Okay. Let's look at these one, single base currency, and the single base currency is basically everything goes in the currency table. There's only one type of currency, like you have, say, copper pieces of your currency. So your currency would be copper pieces. You don't have silver, gold, or anything above that. It's just one single base currency. So you wouldn't have the silver coins, the gold coins, platinum coins. You just have the copper coins. It's a much simpler system. Okay. As you notice, I have a do set up character that can set the tables for each character that comes in. I don't necessarily really need it for the simple currency, but I do for the other one, so I put it in here anyway. So basically, every time we create a new character, it creates a character currency entry. So we'll go here to character currency, and we create these tables, one for each currency. Right, because we have 9 currencies, we'll create 9 different currencies for the player. Put 0 in all of them. Actually, we'll put 25 in the base currency, because that's what I wanted to start with. Okay, so that's what this function does, and each one of these systems has the same function: do char setup, do setup character currency. And the reason why we have all the functions the same on every single page, even if they're not needed or not. So if we call a function in our game, we don't have to worry about it depending on which mod we put in, is that function available or not. They're off just to have that function available in all the mods. We don't have to worry about which mods installed at each given time. If we call do setup character currency, we know it's going to run. Okay, so that's why we have them all the same. Set character currency. Basically what that does is it updates this table here to whatever figure we put in the amount. Pretty straightforward. It's the same as all my set functions, except this is just for the currency table. Okay. Get character currency amount. So we give it the character ID, the currency ID, and returns the amount. Very straightforward. Simple select statement. Get character money. Okay, this one is different. This one returns an array of everything that is money. Every currency that has the type money. What it does, it searches the currency table for the ID currency, and it searches the character currency ID and the currency table for the value type money. So let's go take a look at our currency table here. Okay. And it's going to select all the ones that have money. Basically with that, we have three different systems. One system is a simple system that only has base 1 currency, and the other system has 4 currencies, so it doesn't know which system you're doing. So if it's going to select all the types of money. If it's a simple single base system, it's only going to select one row. If it's multiple base systems, it's got multiple rows, but it won't select any of these types of currency, because there's different types of currency. Obviously, you know, in the games, besides coin money, there's like fashion coin currencies, guild currencies, group currencies. Basically, guild currencies or raid currencies. You go in and you do a raid or something in the group, and you get, say, raid tokens you can spend on equipment and stuff. It's not really cash; it's still a currency. That's what those different types of currencies are. Anyway, okay. So it returns an array of 1 to. In the single currency case, it would just be 1 because there's only one currency. But if you go to 4 in the other cases, okay, character currency base. Basically, what this does is it takes the value of whatever currency of all the currency the character has, converts it to its base value. Okay, how it does that? See, each one of these currencies has a base power here. So the base currency is worth 1. So copper coins right here. 1 copper coin is worth 1 copper coin. 1 silver coin is worth 100 copper coins. 1 gold coin is worth 10,000 copper coins. 1 platinum coin is worth a shitload of copper coins. Basically, what it does is multiplies them out, converts them all to what they would be in copper coins. It's very handy when you're dealing with money, especially with a base 4 system. You eventually have to convert everything into what its base currency is to figure out prices and stuff. Okay. It gets the character's money in the base currency amount. So basically what it does is it calls up base property currency here, and it goes to the characters table, character currency, first 4 currencies. So it's going to take that times by 1, take that times by 100, times by 10,000, so on and so on, give you the total amount. Currency to base, it takes specific currency value, like this one, say, and converts it to the base value. Currency from base, this is a little more complicated. What this one does is it takes a value in base currency, which is the amount here, tells you how much of each coin you'll have to have. So if I had 7,008,705, put so much in the copper coins, so much in the silver coins, so much in the gold coins, and so much in the platinum coins. So it's just basically converting up and down. Do character put currency and do character take currency. I haven't completed them yet, so I haven't got to the part where we're actually using the currency for anything. So that's why that's like that. Okay, base currency. It's pretty much the same as a single currency. The one I'm probably using for here on out as an example and showing the game is the base 4 currency. Okay, as you notice again, all the functions are exactly the same. That's because no matter what mod we're using, we have to be able to call those functions. Just another quick note on currencies before we go further. What you're using for the base currency currently has to be equipped in ID1. That's the only default so far with all the systems. Okay. So the first one you put in the currency table, make sure is what you're going to use for your base currency. Okay, and you might be wondering why. Because now I have two tables. I have a character currency table and a currency definitions table, right? So it's kind of complicated. Okay, and next you might be asking, how do we know which one of these 4 different systems or PHP files is the game you want to use? And if you remember when we did this with the character create, we had where's my table now? Set core modules table. There we go. And the currency, multi-base currency. Oh, I thought I was using base 4 currency. Multi-base works. I'm going to stay with that one. Okay, you see here the container inventory. I have, again, 3 different inventory systems. One simple, one container, one specific type of container system, but we'll get to that later on. So let's delete this. That's our currencies. Pretty self-explanatory. Short currency. Okay, so you should pretty much understand currencies. Okay, hotkeys. Same swap things used. At this time, I'm going to call the hotkey view. Open this up. Oh, should be hotkey short. That's what it calls. This creates character hotkeys where you've got nothing bind. I don't have any spells or anything made or abilities or potions yet, so there's nothing put in there. But I do have like a character hotkeys table listing all the hotkeys. That's what it just pulls the information out of the hotkeys there, throws them in the table there. We'll discuss more about that when system's complete. It's just a placeholder. Buffs, same with buffs and debuffs. Hotkey currencies, inventory. Right now I'm using the 6-slot inventory system. Talk more about that later on. In the equipment, I just created a couple slots for equipment. So you should be very well familiar with these swapping information functions here. I also used the exact same swap function for the messaging system. Instead of swapping the character box, we're swapping the message box. Same with the side view. This is the side view here. If you can't see it, this is not exactly how it's going to look like, but basically right now it's just echoing what's happening down here. It's going to be different. And sends messages. Unfortunately, you can't see messages because I haven't done anything, and deletes the messages if they've been longer than a certain amount of time. Okay, so it's the area. Okay, Mazars, enter the area. Go back. Okay, each area says I've entered it. Okay. There. We'll talk more about messaging systems. That's a whole new video by itself at a later date. Okay, well, that's it for now. I will include the files to keep you up to date. And thanks for watching. Tune in next video where we talk about how the messaging system is set up. Have a good one, guys. See you later. I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to click on the like button, join my channel, or leave a comment. Thanks for watching.